there. How are you today? Leslie Benedetto, Kate Harris,
Hello.
coming back at you from Be Well Nation. I feel like maybe we should have opened with a duet of chestnuts roasting on an open fire, something, but we don't sing, so we'll just bypass that.
All right, no singing today.
Well, I'm not allowed to sing. I'm not allowed to sing publicly.
Lovely singing voice. You do.
Yes.
You know what? We wanted to start with why we do what we do here on Periscope. And somebody asked us a great question in class the other day. They said, you know, we've been watching what you do on Periscope, but why aren't you doing what other people do? The push-ups, sit-ups, show us how to do a plank, show us the right form, the right technique. And that's a good idea. I mean, it's not a bad thing to suggest, but
Do you really need to see another video on Facebook of someone with a core workout, a better butt workout?
you could Google how to do a push-up and you'll have 10 million videos on how to do a push-up. We're doing what we do because we want to talk about what happens from the neck up when you decide to change, when you decide that you want to exercise, when you think, I need a healthier lifestyle. That change happens from the neck up, 90%.
Absolutely.
The rest of your body will follow, but most of it happens from here up. And that's why we want to talk about what we talk about on Periscope, because there's not a lot of time in class to talk about those things that happen after your 45-minute class, after your 30-minute class. What do you do with the rest of your day, your thoughts, your actions? That's why we do what we do.
Yes.
And this is the time of year when everyone's thinking about, I want to change.
And what I hear a lot, I know you too, I want to lose weight. I need to get in shape. My doctor told me. And first of all, don't feel like you have to say that to us because of our profession. Okay? You don't. But wanting to do something, even needing, like your doctor has looked at you based on your health records, your cholesterol, your blood pressure, what have you, and said, you need to do this. The reality is, people aren't. They will sit around, they will tell you they want to, they need to, but there's an important step before you take any action, and you need to get ready to make a change. Be it if it's weight loss, if it's improve your health, improve your fitness. You need to prepare yourself mentally to get a readiness phase so that you can take smart action. Because what usually happens is fear, desperation cycle. We've talked about that.
Impulsiveness.
Impulse, yes. And you buy into the whole weight loss fitness, a pill that promises you can eat what you want and you don't have to exercise.
Or a device. You won't have to change anything, just wear this device, use this device 10 minutes a day, you'll be fine. Don't have to change anything.
No change necessary. Or you like to punish, so you are gonna buy yourself the most complicated,
structured,
punishing diet system available. Or you're an all or nothing, perfectionistic, you're eliminating food groups, you go in, you throw everything out of the kitchen, only for 2 weeks later to have to buy it all back.
Right.
And that's a cycle we get into. And actually, it's been set up for you because you're a great repeat customer for the weight loss and fitness industry.
That's the truth.
Because they want you to be desperate, impulsive, buy their program, fail, blame yourself because it works, it says so.
It does.
Although if you look at any commercial, on the bottom it will say, results not typical.
Sure.
Or it'll say, with exercise and diet, proper diet. But you're conditioned to think, I failed, not it, I failed, and you buy it again. Or you buy something else.
Yes. Move on.
But here's the thing, it's a handful of companies own all the programs, so you just keep funding the same companies.
Right. And so what you really need to think about when you think about change is that it's permanent. Change is not temporary. It's permanent. It's a lifestyle change. So how do you get ready for lifestyle changes?
Get real. Get realistic. I hear all the time people, I need to lose weight. All right, how much do you weigh? Oh, I don't weigh myself.
Right.
Well, how can you?
You have to prepare.
That doesn't make. Would you ever know if you lost weight?
Yeah. And it's accountability. I mean, and that's not to say you're going to punish yourself once you step on the scale and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. No, you have
It's
to
starting.
know.
It's a stepping. It's a launch.
When you get in your car, do you, most of the time, you know how much gas is in there, right? If you're going to take a road trip, you know, I need to put gasoline in the car. Well, how do you start any journey without knowing what your starting point is?
If you think you need to improve your health, then when was your last physical?
Yeah.
Do you know what your blood pressure is? Do you know what your cholesterol? And the big thing now, honestly, with obesity is fatty liver disease.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be hearing this over and over again in the next year. I guarantee it. Everyone's starting to talk about it. So when you go to the doctors the next time and they start talking about liver enzymes, fatty liver disease, it impacts obesity. Impacts everything.
So approach this as though this is not the quick fix. This is not something that's just going to get you through to summer. How are you changing permanently? So get that starting point, get that foundation with those numbers.
Get real.
Yeah.
And then take some time to honestly look at what you've done in the past. Did it work? Did it work really well, but then you just got out of the habit? Or are you a repeat offender in this diet, then this 10 days to lose this 10 pounds, and then I'm gonna do this, and then I'll try this. And if it doesn't work after 3 weeks, I'm done. Start to get honest with what you've tried and why it didn't work. And instead of blaming yourself, think of what you didn't change. Were you unwilling to take the time or the effort? Or was it a bad program? Was it designed for you to fail? And acknowledge that and be like, man, I'm a sucker.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it is.
Because then once you realize that, you're not going to keep spending money for that.
Now, don't overthink either.
No.
Because you can overcomplicate, you can overthink and go, well, I need to have all of these things in place before I do anything. And then you won't do anything. You have to do something.
So the first step that we're talking about today only, this is going to be a series. Get real. What do you truly, is it to get fit, to get healthy? To get fit and to get healthy really means I need to improve my strength, my endurance, and if my numbers from my doctor or whatnot are not optimal, improve them. That can be if you're pre-diabetic, high blood pressure, all kinds of things. We need to get realistic about that. You gotta know where you're at
Right.
before you can take yourself to a better place.
Right.
And then get honest about what I've done in the past and why it may or may not have worked. Did I just fall off the wagon? Because the thing is, the mindset years ago was you did the diet, you lost the weight, then you resume normal living. How has that worked for anyone?
Right. It's temporary. The bottom line is it's temporary.
And so we have to start moving past that temporary fix, that short-term promise of a fantastic transformation in 2 weeks, and get honest about what we need to have, what we need to accomplish, and maybe why it didn't happen in the past.
Yeah.
Maybe we haven't tried. A lot of times I find people think about it. They even read the books. They will talk about that book that they've read about this new plan to everybody and about the miracle of it, and it's this and it's that. They talk about it, they read it, think about it so much. They feel like they tried it and it didn't work.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
No.
They thought about it. So we're going to start moving from thinking about things all the time in how to take action. But we need to get real and we need to get honest.
Yeah, and that's what this week is all about, defining the what. Next week, we're going to move on to why. And we want this to be a positive thing. Don't feel like, oh, I'm so bogged down, this is going to be arduous. No, this is moving positively into the new year. So on January 2nd, you're not saying, okay, where do I start? You are already hitting the ground running. You are ready to go. And next week is the why. Why do you want to do this? And again, you got to be real.
Yes, and honest.
Absolutely.
Now I feel like Billy Joel should be singing honesty.
And again with the singing.
I've got a song lyric for everything.
So next week, another Periscope. You can always catch us on Facebook as well. We rebroadcast on Twitter too. That's where you can catch these Periscopes. So Leslie Benedetto from Be Well Nation and Kate Harris, have a great afternoon.